Hello, welcome to my new video. If English is your first language and you're learning Spanish as a second language, it's likely that at one point or another you've thought, why is my accent so bad? I had been taking Spanish for 5 years when I got to college and took linguistics classes and found some answers to that question. So, in this video, I will share with you 5 ways that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation. The first one is the way that you pronounce T and D in Spanish. In English, when you pronounce those consonants, the tip of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge between the upper teeth and the hard palate. But in Spanish, when pronouncing T and D, the tip of the tongue actually it touches the teeth rather than the alveolar ridge. So in English, it's like te and de. Yeah, but in Spanish, it's like de and de. So here are some words, for example, cuando instead of cuando, and tocar instead of tocar, and dialecto instead of dialecto. So you can improve your Spanish pronunciation by articulating T and D with your teeth rather than the way that you would in English. The second way is the way that you pronounce the letter V in Spanish. In English, B and V are different sounds, but in Spanish, they're actually the same sound, and the V sound doesn't actually exist in Spanish. But there are some phonological environments in Spanish where the B and V sound sounds more similar to the V sound that's in English, but that's something that I'll get into with the next point. So, some examples of this in Spanish are vaca instead of vaca, bienvenido instead of bienvenido, and also pavo instead of pavo. So, one other way that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation is with the way that you pronounce the letter V, pronouncing it the same way that you would pronounce the letter B. The third way that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation is with the way that you pronounce the occlusives b, d, and g after vowels, continuant consonants such as s, and the root consonants. In this phonological environment, these consonants become weakened into continuant consonants b, the, and g, or something like that. So, for example, estaba instead of estaba, seguir instead of seguir, and desde instead of desde. So, another way that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation is with the way that you pronounce these consonants in this phonological environment by weakening them into the continuant consonants. The fourth way is the way that you pronounce the letter Z in Spanish. So, in most dialects of Spanish, it is actually pronounced like the letter S, or otherwise, like in Law of Spain, it's pronounced like the TH in things or teeth. So, belleza is actually either belleza or belleza, not belleza. And empezar is either empezar or empezar, not empezar. So, the Z sound only actually occurs in Spanish when the S sound assimilates to a voice consonant that comes right after it. So, for example, riesgo or mismo. So, another way that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation is by pronouncing the letter Z like it's an S, or in the case that you're learning the Spanish accent, like it's a C before E or A. The fifth and last way is the way that you pronounce the vowels E and O in Spanish. So in English, these vowels only occur as a pair of diphthongs, A and O, which a learner of Spanish might transfer from English. But in Spanish, these vowels are monophones, E and O, So, for example, in amigo instead of amigo, or corazón instead of corazón, or inglés instead of inglés. So, another way that you can improve your Spanish pronunciation is by pronouncing these vowels as monophones, e and o, instead of the way that you would pronounce them in English. There are some more ways to improve your Spanish pronunciation that I didn't include in this video because some are as obvious as not pronouncing the H, and others are as difficult as rolling your R's, and then some others might depend on the dialect. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ciao!